PTSD, or post-traumatic stress, is far more prevalent than many of us realize. In recent years, it's gotten a lot of public attention because of our returning servicemen and women who have come back from the recent wars bearing the burdens of their experience in that war. But setting that aside, it's estimated that 8% of Americans experience post-traumatic stress sometime during their lives. At any given time in any year, as many as 5.2 million people are experiencing post-traumatic stress. And PTSD doesn't discriminate. It affects people of all ages, of all marital status, of all socioeconomic income, of all sexes. Children also, as you've heard, are very affected by stressful situations. It's estimated that 5 million children experience some extreme trauma in their lives. And among those, 30% experience the symptoms of post-traumatic stress. These numbers are staggering by themselves, but what's really distressing is that women experience post-traumatic stress at twice the level of men. 2 times greater prevalence among women than men. Yet we hear very little about that. Even all of the publicity about the returning veterans with PTSD is almost solely focused on men. There's very little attention to the fact that women experience traumatic stress to the degree to which they do. But that will not be the case for very much longer. Many of the women in this room are committed to ending the silence and raising awareness to the extent to which women are victims of trauma, whether it be physical or psychological trauma, trauma related to natural disasters or geopolitical situations, or the trauma from experiencing poverty and homelessness. It's time to recognize the problem and start focusing on solutions. No matter the cause of PTSD, it has very severe effects on the mind and body. It interferes with sleep, it interferes with the ability to concentrate, the ability to be organized, with memory, with anger control, all of which are basic to carrying out just the fundamental responsibilities of daily life. All these issues create challenges just in the day-to-day. But it also creates a feeling of hopelessness. And when there's hopelessness, it's very difficult to take advantage of even the simplest resources that are made available. But the Transcendental Meditation technique helps from the inside out. It gives a woman or a girl the internal foundation to take control of her life and to start to begin anew. The Transcendental Meditation technique allows the mind to settle down to that quiet reservoir of inner strength. That ability to transcend, to experience pure silence and peace, and to experience that deep state of rest creates a very profound effect on the mind and body. There have been many peer-reviewed research studies that have shown the effects of TM on symptoms related to post-traumatic stress, and its ability to improve depression, reduce the symptoms of PTSD, to improve the quality of life, on veterans, on college students, on children, adolescents, and among the general population. And I just want to take a minute or two and review some of those results. The first study related to post-traumatic stress was done in the 80s on Vietnam veterans. That study was a randomized controlled trial, and it showed that it improved not only over 50% improvement in the symptoms of post-traumatic stress, but there was a 54% reduction in depression, 45% reduction in anxiety, and a 40% reduction in emotional numbness. There are also very large improvements in sleep and huge reductions in self-medicating through alcohol. We also recently published a pilot study on returning veterans from the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, and again, we showed 50% reduction in post-traumatic stress symptoms in just 8 weeks, and a 23% improvement in quality of life. And we've informally followed up with some of those veterans, and what we've found is now over 2.5 years, these veterans are still meditating and have little or no symptoms of post-traumatic stress. There is nothing that has been shown that kind of response. I also have done studies with children who are experiencing high stress and psychological disorders. We've seen in those studies, again, 50% decrease in anxiety problems, in depression and anxiousness symptoms in just 3 months. So the TM can have a very, very profound effect, as you've heard, on the lives of people who are suffering from trauma.